Okay, I think I like the angle. I think it might be just a tinge too much height, so let's see. Okay, I'm happy with that. All right, Key. Period. W's in the chat. All right. So I'm gonna exit here so I can cut you back up. Mic check on you, Key. All right. All right. So let me start this video for IG. Then we'll get to the story. Welcome back to a next. That's not it. Welcome to part two of I didn't feel like doing makeup, but this time my friends didn't motivate me. My YouTube community motivated me to get up and do content. We're doing a live version of Looks in the Library, but y'all just gonna get regular content. No transition because that's just not where I am in life. And here's the final look. All right, now we can get to the story. Ziggy, play from Audible.
Resuming Curvy Girl Summer from Audible.
To be mean, but I like what I like. So if you're big and fat, do not bother. I'm looking for someone fit, preferably between 115 pounds and 135 pounds. If you're fat anywhere besides your ass, do not swipe on me. We will not match. I don't need that unhealthy, lazy energy in my life. Good vibes only. I gave her a look. Is this what you want me to savor? Because I would have swiped no on the picture alone. But the bio really solidified the no. And I could have done without this. The thing about dating while fat on an app is that you'll be minding your business and then boom, you catch a stray for no reason. She shook her head. You'll see profiles of men that are blatantly fatphobic. And then you'll see the ones that fetishize us, she explained. The goal is to find the men who see us as normal people. So it's basically just like real life dating? I joked. It looks like people are just being bold about their bullshit online. Aside, the beauty of being an internet gangster, I guess. And let's be honest, we know that George wouldn't have had a chance with either of us on his best day. Amen to that. But my issue isn't even just the fact that he doesn't like fat women. I mean, he probably couldn't handle all this anyway.
Welcome
My
in.
issue is that he spent his whole bio shitting on us instead of just highlighting who he wanted. Same with the guy who claimed to not want a gold digger. Why not just highlight what you want instead of talking shit about what you don't? I just don't understand.
That would be too
Because
much like
people
right.
suck. She held up the phone so I could see the man on her screen. Men in particular. I squinted my eyes. What is he wearing? A shirt that says no fatties and a pair of cut-off shorts that don't fit
Hey.
well. My lip curled in disgust.
Thank you for
Jean
managing, Key,
shorts?
because
He
I'm
has the nerve to
looking
say
for
no
stuff.
fatties, and he's wearing cut-off denim shorts? Nina's head fell back against the couch as she laughed. Exactly. But my thing is this. If you can't connect with or talk to anyone unless you mutually match, what is even the point of writing all that hate? I
Ziggy,
just don't get...
pause. Now let's talk about it for 2 seconds. Because this happens in real life. Men will look like doo feces, worms on the ground, splotchy, second kin to leprosy, and then be like, you can't look a certain way, you can't be over a certain... I beg your pardon? Like, did we look in the mirror at all in life?
Looking like the Men in Black worms.
Looking like the... like the worm from Men in Black? That's hilarious. Just bent up and curled over. Bye. And then you got the ones that's like they want a traditionalist woman, but my good sir, can you fix the house if it's broken? What weren't we talking about that yesterday? Can you go change the tire on the car? Thank you for the 29 people in the room. Hello, hello. Like I can get in there and I can burn on the pots because she's fluffy. She eats. Period. But can you do what you're supposed to do as a man? Like if that's the case, I should never touch a lawnmower. Should never touch the garbage can. Should never touch a tool. None of that. Because if we're gonna be traditional for real, I should never look at a job application. My deal is be in the house, and I don't want children, so in the house,
In the hall.
in the hall, hall monitor, like you know. But all right, I mean, and then they got the nerve to be ugly. Like it's harassment when it's ugly. It's flirting when they're cute. Amen. Yeah. I ain't gonna hold you if he's cute. If he's cute, if you think he's attractive, it really switches from harassment to appeal real quick. Anyways, Ziggy, play.
The world may never know. With a shake of the head, I went back to my swiping. Jesus, I groaned, shaking my head. What's up? Nina responded. No blacks, I read before turning the phone toward her. That's it. That's his only requirement. Wait, he said that? The confusion on her face matched mine when I read it.
No
With
blacks.
pursed lips, I gave her a look. Mm-hmm. Wow. She shook her head. That's problematic. And
Very.
look, she
Very.
held up her phone. This profile has more trash-ass energy. I squinted my eyes. I'm down with the swirl and looking for some chocolate.
Jesus.
Big booties to the front of the line.
Oh,
I read the profile with a frown. No, he didn't.
he did.
Yes, he did. Audacity must be on sale somewhere. These can't be the men God sent down here for us to procreate with. Keep that procreating energy over there, bitch, Nina squealed, dropping her phone on the couch and covering her pelvis with her hands. The last thing I want is to get pregnant. I giggled. I know. And looking at these options, I'm questioning my future as a mother. As I went through my options, there were a few people I was willing to take a chance on. And then I went on a left swipe streak. Just when I was about to swipe no on the 11th man in a row, my finger stopped in midair. Oh, hello, I murmured, taking a long look at each of his pictures. What do you see? His name is Dante. I showed her the picture.
He ain't no good.
He's a 33-year-old physical therapist. He has no kids, he likes to sing, and he's looking to date and see where things go.
Hey, mommy.
She pushed her box braids over her shoulder.
Mommy's in the chat.
And she leaned forward to inspect my phone. Nodding, she sat back. That's a good pick. Swipe on him. I swiped. It's a match, I exclaimed. Nina pumped her fist in the air. Yes! This is the first match I've actually been excited about. The others could be cool too, but Dante feels promising. She grinned. I told you it could be fun. Sometimes it's annoying as hell, but sometimes it's fun. You did say that.
Ziggy,
It's funny.
pause. I don't foresee anything good coming out of a Dante that you met on a dating site. I'm not seeing the vision.
Absolutely nothing to it.
Absolutely not. Dante on the app. Although I discovered that this book is a part of a series. There's 2 other books. We will be downloading immediately. Amen. As soon as this is done. Ziggy, play.
Your best friend can try to convince you to join a dating app for the last 3 years, and it takes a random bartender, one conversation to convince you to take the leap.
Oh yeah, Ziggy, pause.
It was
Ziggy.
the whole...
Pause. So is this the story where we left off, where she went to a bar and we thought she was going to end up with the bartender?
No, I think that one was different.
That was Eric Jerome, weren't it? No, because Eric Jerome was the 2 brothers. Child, I don't know where we at.
If it starts sounding familiar, I'll let you know.
Okay, because since she mentioned bartender, I think this is the one where she went to meet someone. I think he stood her up.
Yes, I remember that story, but I don't remember what the name of it was.
Right. So I'm about 50 to 75% sure it's this story, but because she just said it took the bartender to tell you to get on the apps. We'll see. Ziggy, play.
Oh, then it probably is it.
Being stood up, hearing my mom's and uncle's voices in my head, being ready to find my person, realizing that you were right about me being in my own way. Having Ahmad give me shit. It was, who is Ahmad? The bartender. She turned her entire body and smirked. The way you said his name makes me think that maybe there's more to the asshole turned cool bartender story.
I think this is the one.
I scratched my nose.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying his name the way it's pronounced. You are reaching. Am I? You always read too much into things, I told her with a laugh. There's no more to the story. He was being an asshole because he said I had an attitude. When I broke down and told him what was going on, he told me that I wasn't approachable or friendly.
Yeah, I think this is the one.
The man didn't sugarcoat anything, did he? He really didn't. But something about his realness just struck a nerve, so I shrugged. He said he would look out for me if I did the first date at Onyx. So that's where I'm going to meet the guys I hit it off with. That's really cool of him. It was. I was surprised because the way he kept trying to embarrass me about being stood up, I thought I was going to have to fight him. Nina burst out laughing. Maybe he wasn't taking shots at you. Maybe he was shooting his shot. I rolled my eyes. He's married, and he was definitely not shooting his shot. I thought back to our interaction and frowned. I think he might have felt bad for me. I put my phone down. Did that man pity me? No.
Yes.
Shaking her head. She waved her hand
Yeah, right,
wildly.
hello, absolutely
Don't
did.
even go there. I started to feel a weird mixture of embarrassment, indignation, and defeat. I don't want someone pitying me. I don't want him or anyone else to feel like I can't find a man. Then swipe on men, and let's get these dates going. She picked up my phone from my lap and handed it to me. And for the record, it sounds like he was just looking out. Even if he felt a little bad because you got stood up, it could have been like how I felt bad you got stood up.
Right.
You know damn well I don't pity you. I nodded slowly. That's true. I was quiet for a moment. I knew that recognizing that someone else was going through a tough time didn't always equate to pity. But whenever I was the recipient of the sad eyes and embarrassed look, it made me feel a way. Although it was irrational, the idea of someone
Right.
pitying me made me feel like they were implying I'm inferior in some way. So maybe you two got off on the wrong foot, and he's actually a good guy, Nina offered with a shrug. Bartenders are like therapists. They listen to people's problems all the time and then provide solutions. Well, he offers something, but I don't know if this is a solution. I held up my phone, showing her a man's bare torso.
Oh.
I am married and looking for something discreet, I read before pursing my lips. If this is a solution, I don't want it. Okay, real talk,
You should have
there's
stuck
some
to that
duds
thought
on
then.
there.
Because I see where this is going.
I hooked up with around Christmas? Oh, yeah. I nodded, recalling who she was referring to. I remember that asshole.
Ziggy, pause. W's in the chat for mom. She sent me $2. Period. Yes.
Hi, mommy.
And I'm gonna spend it wisely. My sister's at brunch. Why I can't be? Yeah. Ziggy, play.
Work, not on a dating site. And he lied about being single. I'm just glad he posted that Christmas pajama photo with his family and you were able to find out the truth. Me too, girl. Me too.
And something tell me
But
she
my
gonna be
point
boo-boo
is
the fool and be all
if a
over
man is
him.
going to cheat and lie and be a hot mess, he's going to do it regardless of if he's online or in person. So just swipe no and focus on the good ones that pop up. Honestly, online dating is a marathon, not a race. You'll have to weed through a lot of bullshit. But when you find what you're looking for,
And
It's
don't
like you've
think
struck
we don't know
gold.
how to
I
weed
smiled
them
at her.
out.
Deep down, I think you're a romantic. She frowned. Ew, no.
One thing about it,
Romance
Blend
is
Bunny, not
dead.
Blend Bunny,
I just want a
Glam like
handful
gonna
of
blend.
steady, reliable men to spend
Period.
my time with. I snickered. I don't know, Nina. You've been saying this for years. But what are you going to do when you meet a man who brings all the things to the table? In my 30 years of life, I've never come across one man who has all the things I'm looking for. So, I'm content rotating a few of them in and out to get my
Rotating is
needs met.
crazy.
You're the one obsessed with
Very
finding
crazy.
the one. I want to find the ones.
Oh,
I'm
We
exhausted
both
listening to this.
laughed and went back to our phones. I can't believe you're spending your Saturday night inside instead of going out into the world, Nina said 15 minutes later. You know you could come out with me. I don't want to be a third wheel. And honestly, after last night's waste of an outfit, I think I just want to chill, watch a movie, and go to bed early. I
Ziggy,
explained.
pause. High key wasting an outfit is so relatable.
Hello.
It's so
And then you want me to
relatable.
go back outside to socialize again?
Ta.
It's already too much. I've met the weekly quota.
Hello? Listen, don't nothing be outside but stress and demons.
First of all, just be on dating apps. Like you lost me with just the whole plot. Like, this already cannot fly.
I should actually cut the crease because the shape that I'm attempting, it goes into it. So let us cut crease.
I've unfortunately made it harder for the Lord to send me my husband.
No facts, because you said outside. I'm allergic, honey. I don't know who
If
that
I don't
is.
meet that man at my job or at church, we ain't finna meet.
Or let's not sleep on the delivery.
Please.
What
I
did
haven't talked to that man.
I was just about to ask, whatever happened to Prince of Boo Boo?
Never wrote him back.
The spirit didn't lead her. I mean, what can you do?
He texted me like one more day after that too, but I was just like, I don't feel like talking to you. And this is what I'm saying. This is first of all why I can't do dating apps, because immediately I'm already bored with you. I found something I don't like about you, and I just don't care to continue. I have to meet someone in person. I have to.
No, for you, yeah. It's got to be a church or work or on the way to going somewhere, because
Yeah. There's no other way.
I'm booked. Booked. Ziggy, play.
You can't let getting stood up shake your confidence. You need to make sure you secure a date for Friday night. She leaned over and looked at my phone. You already have 10 matches, and we really just got started. So keep swiping.
She's a hot gal.
And by the end of the weekend, you'll triple that. Depending on how picky you are.
I just realized I didn't do my eyebrows.
50 good matches to sort through.
You're
And
dumb,
talk
isn't
to
it?
them all. Read out and
I never
unmatch
have
the
them
ones that
anymore.
will work.
I'm
And then
I'm
you'll have a
lost.
solid
I
handful to
honestly thought that was on purpose.
So, out of 50, I'll only
Thought
have
you
a
were an actor.
handful of viable candidates? Oh, honey. She gave me an exaggerated pout as she reached over and patted my thigh. You'd be lucky to find a handful that you actually want to meet. My jaw dropped. You can't be serious. You'll see. She winked before standing up. Let's talk tomorrow. I need to get ready for my date. Okay. Have a good time. I rose to my feet and walked her to the door. I plan to. She gave me a hug and then pointed to my phone. You have fun too. I'll try. We said our goodbyes, and then I plopped back down on the couch and continued browsing the single men of Richland and the surrounding
Richland.
areas.
They in Virginia?
At some point, I'd stopped and got sucked into the movie I'd started.
Richmond
And the next
is
thing I
in
knew,
Virginia.
I was asleep.
You right.
When
Where
I
is
woke
Richland?
up at 8 o'clock in the morning, my phone had died, and the bowl of popcorn had been knocked onto my freshly cleaned floors. Great.
That's a good eyebrow, Samantha.
As I dropped to my knees and picked up all the kernels. I washed the dishes, vacuumed the crumbs, and then connected my phone to the charger. Instead of a shower, I decided I wanted a long, hot bubble bath, and I just soaked in the lavender-scented water. I was in need of a yacht talk with my sister. She would have
Oh
found
yeah,
a
she's
way
the
to
one
get
with the
the
family with the
off
boat.
my back. She would have encouraged the online dating shenanigans. She would have been completely supportive of whatever it was that I wanted to do with my life. We would have been on the boat, talking everything out, and by the time we got back to shore, all of life's problems would have
You
disappeared.
know, Ziggy, pause. Something in me told me to go back and watch the first episode of this book, but I didn't.
Well, you probably wouldn't have continued it if you did.
Yeah, so y'all getting a natural, raw, and honest reaction because I don't recall. I think this is the one the sister passed. She was at the anniversary of the passing, right? And then the uncle came in with popping big lips, and she was like, uh-uh. And then the mom, instead of defending her, she was like, I was gonna talk to her about it, right?
They made a whole thing
right.
about
L
her
mom,
inheritance and blah, blah, blah.
right? And how you ain't got no children, and it's because you so big and blah,
Like
blah,
people
blah.
can't adopt children.
Like people can't adopt. Got it. Okay. And then she got stood up and was talking to the bartender. Okay, I think I'm up to speed on this one. It's kind of what happens when you get so many books. You know, I'm happy with where the brows are at. I just need to brush them. Ziggy, play.
I missed Anaya deeply. She felt like she could have it all. She felt like I could have it all, even if it didn't look like hers. We would have gone out on the boat and I stopped mid-thought, sloshing water. I sat up abruptly. It was almost as if my sister sent a message from heaven. Unless I made some moves, I was no closer to having a boyfriend or having the yacht, and I have 7 weeks to change that. Motivated, I climbed out of the tub with a renewed determination.
Pause.
I was never doing any of this regardless.
Not for no boat.
On the line. You talking about a yacht? When I tell you, I would look at all of y'all in the face and be like, I don't give like, damn.
I don't want the boat, actually.
If I have to go through all of this just to get the boat, I'm not doing it.
Screaming.
Like, I quite frankly cannot muster up the care to have. I can't. Like, it never would have dawned on me to give a damn about this.
Screaming.
Continue.
Okay, hold on.
This is where y'all values be at. This is where y'all morals be at. You can sell your body to get a boyfriend.
To get a boat.
Not because you actually genuinely want love.
Right.
But because you want a boat.
Because you want a boat.
You don't want it to happen naturally. You want to fabricate a boyfriend just so you can get a boat.
Mm-hmm. And that's crazy to me.
And that's why nothing in this story gonna go right for you. But continue.
Screaming. What are we thinking about this shape?
I don't know what we're going for, so it just looks.
I'm just freehanding it at this point.
Yeah, it looks fine to me.
Okay. Because Key to Life said I can't do boring makeup.
Well, yes.
Ziggy, play.
And you're welcome, Chad.
I should take myself out for brunch, I whispered as I dried off. I mentally went over the list of restaurants that I wanted to try as I moisturized, and by the time I slipped into a cute pair of high-waisted floral pants and a pink top, I knew exactly where I was going. I powered on my fully charged phone, and it started ringing instantly. Hello? Do you want to meet me at Collective Kitchen? Nina asked. Oh my God, I exclaimed. I just got dressed to go there. No, yes. I already know what I'm going to wear, so let me get ready. Yes, okay. I'm going to finish my hair
And get you a
then
friend
I'll
like
be on the
that.
way. We spoke
Telekinesis.
excitedly before deciding to meet there in 45 minutes. When I arrived at the popular brunch spot, it was packed. I was glad I decided to get there early. I made my way to the front so I could put our name on the list, and then I found a spot on the bench near the door. I pulled out my phone to send Nina a text to let her know we were looking at a 25-minute wait. After sending it, I noticed the notifications on the Tinderfish app icon. My eyebrows flew up as I clicked on it and saw the number of messages I had. Whoa. My eyes breezed over the many "Hey beautiful" and "Good morning queen" messages and landed on the message from Dante.
Here we go.
Dante. Hello, Aaliyah. How are you doing this beautiful Sunday morning?
Please.
Aaliyah.
Already
I'm
irritated.
doing quite well. How
Hello.
are you, Dante? Dante. I'm great.
Why
now
she
that I'm
saying his
talking to
name like
you.
that?
What are you up to today? Aaliyah. I'm getting brunch with one of my
I
best
guess it's reading the
friends,
messages
and
to
who
us.
knows?
No,
What
but
about
she says
you?
his
What are
name
you
like that
up
too.
to?
Dante.
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 I woke up, went to the gym, showered, and now I'm making breakfast. Aaliyah, so you can
I
cook?
can also testify.
Dante.
A
I can
Nair
do a
Dante
little
good.
something. If things go well,
It's
maybe
not a
I can
Nate
show
Nation.
you what I can do.
Not
But I
one.
don't want to get ahead of myself. What do you do? Aaliyah, I'm a computer programmer. What do
She
you
got
do?
money.
And do you like it? Dante, I'm in
Dante.
marketing. I like what I do.
Play me, oh,
But if I could do
Hotman.
something else, I would. Aaliyah, why can't you? Dante, I make
Please.
a good salary, and the benefits are better than most companies. It's a risk I'm not willing to take right now. Aaliyah, I get that. At least you like your job, though. Even if you don't love it, and you
Dante.
would do something else. At the very least, you like it, and you're being paid well. Dante,
Dante.
exactly. But a risk I am willing to take
Here we go.
is getting to know you better. If you'll let me.
Ugh.
Aaliyah, I would like that.
I'm irritated already with
For
this.
the next 25 minutes, I sat outside grinning at my phone. When the waitress called me in, I didn't even realize how much time had gone by. I was seated in the booth and handed menus. You want me to give you a few minutes? The waitress asked, gesturing to the empty seat across from me. I nodded. Yes, please. I checked my phone. She's 5 minutes away, but I do want to place an order for 2 waters and 2 mimosas. The waitress nodded and smiled. I'll be right back. Aaliyah, I just got seated at the restaurant, waiting on my friend to get here. Dante,
Dante.
somebody has you waiting? That's unacceptable. When we meet, I'm going to make sure you're not waiting. Aaliyah, if that was your way of asking me out, that was
Hello?
Dante,
Dante.
because that's all the game I've got.
That's all
I
the
would
game.
love to meet you in person and see if we click. Aaliyah, would you like
Lord,
to
I
meet
know how
for
to
drinks
make
on
it. I have
Friday
the egg.
at Onyx Bar? It's downtown. Dante. Yeah,
Dante.
it's cool. I never heard of it, but I'll look it up. Aaliyah, my friend just walked in the door. If you're free later, I can message you. Dante, I'm relaxing today, so definitely hit me up. Aaliyah, I sure will.
The way he said
What's
I'm
up,
relaxing pissed me
Isabel?
off.
Nina questioned as she slid in the booth. I know it's a man. Who is he? Who is who? I returned, placing my phone down. She eyed me and held up one manicured finger. 1, you're smiling so hard I can see your molars. She held up a second finger. And 2, I know for a fact that you put on your best outfits when you're trying to make yourself feel better. She narrowed her eyes, trying to read me. So this could go either way. I snickered because she wasn't wrong. I was talking to Dante, and so far I like him. Good. I wiggled my eyebrows. Hopefully he'll give me reason to delete this app. Nina's expression was skeptical. I hope so, but just in case, make sure you're talking to other people too. Men start off promising and then boom, trash.
Okay, your friend got some sense.
Well,
Your friend has
that was
sense,
uplifting.
even though she's the one who told
She
you to go to the
pointed at me.
cesspool
That's the
of
truth.
of
Pushing
the
my head to the side, I eyed her. The only reason I didn't say anything immediately was because the waitress brought our drinks. When she
Dante.
walked away, I leaned forward. Is everything okay? Did something happen last night? I wondered. I was out with the romantic one last night. Everything was cool. And guess who strolled up? My eyes widened.
One of her other ones.
The married man. No. We talked him out? What happened? Let's order first, and then I'll tell you. When the waitress came back, we ordered. And then I clasped my hands in front of me and was ready to listen. Before I begin, Nina started, grabbing her mimosa glass. Let's toast. I picked mine up and held it in the air. What are we toasting? To the wild ride that is dating. I smiled, clinking my glass against hers. Wild ride. She winked. Buckle up. 6. At Nina's insistence, I entertained conversations with some other men on Tenderfish, too. But Dante had my attention. After we spent almost all day on Sunday texting each other through the app, I was quite smitten with his personality. Because of work, the conversation slowed during the week. But every night, we exchanged messages for a couple of hours before bed. By the time Friday rolled around, my stomach was in knots. What do you think about the yellow dress? I asked Jasmine over the phone. I just sent you a picture. It's hot today, and I think it's the perfect time to wear it. Oh, that looks cute on you, she approved. Wear it. The only shoes I have to go with it are the gold strappy ones. Do you think that's doing too much? No, this is a meetup with a man you've been getting to know. First impressions matter. She let out a short, soft giggle. I don't know why, but this reminds me of our days back at HU. Getting ready for our first double date freshman year.
Howard or Hampton?
The real HU is Hampton.
Good old Hamilton University days. I smiled, thinking back to the
You know, Mommy went to Howard for a little bit.
Campus. The only thing missing is Nina loudly singing and dancing in the dorm.
I went to the University of West Georgia for a little bit.
We've
A little piece of
first
a
date jitters for almost 12 years. Yeah, we have. And one of these days, we'll talk each other through our last first date pre-date jitters. I lifted my hand in the air. Amen.
Amen.
What did you decide to do with your hair? She asked. I have my hair pinned up to show off my dangly earrings. Good. Don't forget to put the gold pins in your head to give your fro some extra shimmer. I didn't even think about that. Good call. Thanks. I was quiet for a moment as I headed to the bathroom to add the pins. Jasmine and I hadn't talked much since Sunday afternoon when I told her about my date. That night, her aunt took a turn for the worse.
Oh, no.
She didn't want me or Nina to come down, but we sent flowers. I knew she was just looking for a break from talking about everything with her aunt. So I answered all her pre-date questions. And even though she seemed in good spirits and at peace, I was worried about her. How are you? I asked gently. How is everything? Are you sure you don't want us to come down? Thank you again for offering, but no. It's already too much going on down here, and I'm fine. I'm sad, but I'm fine. There's so much stuff to do. She let out a sigh. It's just a lot going on. Just have to take it one day at a time and everything will be fine. I'm sorry. And you're not alone. If you need help with anything or if you just want to talk about it, I'm always here to listen. I know, and I thank you.
Dang it.
I'm all talked out. I just need a little distraction. What time is your date? 8. What time are you heading over? 7:30. I want to make sure I get seats at the bar to start. If things go well, maybe we can grab a table or something. I like this plan. But it's 7, so you need to finish up and head over there. Yeah, you're right. Thanks, Jazz. Text me and let me know what happens, even if I can't get back to you until Sunday. Keep me updated. Good luck. Thank you. You keep me updated too. And if you need anything, don't hesitate to ask. I won't, she promised. Thanks, Aaliyah. I wish I could be there with you, so you don't have to do everything alone. But if you were here, you wouldn't be able to go on hot dates in preparation for your birthday boyfriend. We'll talk
Birthday
soon.
boyfriend.
I smiled as we concluded the conversation. My heart went out to her as she dealt with her favorite aunt's downward turn. She'd been sick for a while, So the fact that she only had a couple of months to live wasn't a surprise for Jazz, but it was still unexpected. Since Jazz was a teacher and she had the summer off, her 5-day visit home turned indefinite. With the final once over and twirl in front of the mirror, I strolled out of my apartment with more confidence than I actually felt.
I need a lime green.
I
But I don't
underestimated
have
how
not
quickly I
lime,
would make it
but
across the street and walk through the door of Onyx 45 minutes early for my date. I briefly stopped in my tracks. Music flowed through the space, and there were about 20 people in the bar. I made a beeline for the spot I'd claimed last week. Welcome to Onyx. A woman with cute afro puffs greeted me. Can I get you anything? Hi. I looked around. Is Ahmad here? A smile grew. He is. She hooked her thumb toward the office. Would you like me to get him? Yes, please. No problem. Let me take care of them. She gestured to the couple on the other end of the bar with her head. And then I'll go get him. Okay, thank you, I told her as I hoisted myself onto the stool. Staring at myself in the mirror, I took a deep breath. There's nothing to be worried about. It's a meeting with a man who seems perfect for me. That's it. Nothing to stress
I
out
bet
about.
you dollars to
But
donuts
I
she's
could
gonna be
see
with
it all
Ahmad.
over my face. What's wrong with you? Ahmad's deep voice cut through my thoughts
See?
and snatched my
Ziggy.
attention.
Pause. Harlot.
Please.
She is gonna be with this man. I'm telling you. Cause not just Ahmad's voice, Ahmad's deep voice. Yeah, draws is gone.
Please.
All right, fine. Maybe you can resist a deep voice. Let me relax. My mother is on this app. mm-hmm. Nah, cause he gonna. You can see the slow burn forming right here. He gonna start off as the homie that's coaching her, and much like my stories I watch every day, that's how it starts. There's literally one called Contracted Lover, and I can't wait to find that when I watch it because he's teaching this woman how to be more appealing because she just got divorced from a loser, and she's like lost in the sauce with like how to be like sexy and blah blah blah. So she asked a man to teach her how to get into her femininity and her sex appeal. First of all, I'd sooner ask a lesbian. I'm not asking a man for anything. That's where you lost the plot. But they're Wahite, so it's none of my business. What color am I going for here? I'm thinking the bright green. But I'm also thinking I need something lighter. I know I said I was doing one palette, but who gonna check me? Alright, these are the three choices. I'm kind of feeling this or this. Which one? This or this? Not this one. This one don't count. I don't like the middle one. Ziggy, play.
Image in the mirror. What? Me? Nothing. I answered a little too quickly.
You know what? No. I
He
said I'm
made
gonna
a
do one
face.
palette. I'm gonna stick to one
Smile
palette.
or something. My lip curled in disgust. I hate for a man to tell me to smile.
Yes,
It
honey.
was just a friendly suggestion. He grabbed a couple of bottles and started pouring them into a shaker. You're sitting here looking like you're shitting yourself.
Please.
I thought a smile might help. But you could also frown. That seems to be your default setting anyway.
Oh.
Ha ha, I replied sarcastically. You got a good little crowd in here, and now you don't know how to act. His lips quivered, as if he were holding in his amusement. That's how you feel? I lifted my shoulders innocently. You started it. You always have something to say, huh? He shook the shaker and then poured the contents into a glass. Just squawk, squawk, squawk. His
Okay.
imitation of a bird was hilarious, but I refused to give him the satisfaction. Covering my mouth with my hand, I shook my head. He pushed the drink in front of me. This is for you, Tweety. Tweety? Yes, looking and squawking like a mean-ass yellow canary. I looked down at myself. You're such an asshole. I get it.
I
If I'm
see
an
it
asshole,
now.
you're an asshole. I guess it is what it is then.
I
Listener.
can see what's happening.
So I take
Pause
this
this real
issue
quick.
here.
Ziggy.
You have a
Pause.
And this is what happens when you don't grow out of that phase where you think that someone being rude or negative towards you is flirting. On both ends.
The boy's being mean to you. It's because he likes
He must
you.
like you. Y'all need to grow the hell up.
Mm-hmm.
Grow up. You don't receive enough attention, so now you think any kind of attention is suitable.
Just thirsty and
This
starving.
man is popping cash money.
Cash
This man's
money.
popping cash money. And you're just like, ooh. Let me tell you something, ho. I'm a pretty princess. If you don't treat me as such.
But also, Key, a buck is a buck. You have a great father. Keep it a stat. You have a great father. Some of us.
Because who are you talking to? Let me tell you something. When I tell you I hate a man who's going to tell me to smile.
Because there's this guy I follow on Instagram, and he was making a video. He said, "Y'all want to know the surefire way and quickest way to piss off a woman?" He said, "Walk up to her when she's minding her business and tell her, you ought to smile a little bit more."
You don't know what my day just consisted of. Don't tell me what to do.
Someone literally could have just died. And you talking about smile?
Smile.
Nigga, is you Kirk Franklin?
Go to hell. Go to hell immediately. In gasoline drawers.
Gasoline drawers. And don't, in the words of T, don't grab nothing on your way down. Don't fight it.
Because you in my business, and I don't even know you.
I don't know you. I don't want to know you. I don't care to know you.
Never even thought of you.
Want the worst for you. Ziggy, play.
Like, it's a useful thing to ask
I
women.
nodded. I do.
How can I make your
What's his
day
name?
better?
Dante? Nah, he's not the one. Dante? Journey through the pits of hell, Dante? I burst out laughing. It's spelled differently, but yeah. Aaliyah and Dante. He shook his head. I don't see it. Based on his name? Really? He grinned. I'm just fucking with you. I hope it goes well. What made you pick Dante?
Please.
Stop saying his name like that. My bad. Dante is really cool. Of all the guys I've been chatting with this week, he and I had the most in common.
Nasty.
And we're looking for the same things in a partner. Top 3 things you're looking for. I held up one finger. Intelligence. I held up a second finger. Ambition. I held up a third finger. Romance. Okay. So if he says some dumb shit, I'll kick his ass out. He pointed to the door.
Oh, I
If he
see it.
slips
I
up
can
and we
see
find
what's
out He
happening.
doesn't have a job. He's out. And
They
I
don't
know
have
what
a
you consider
clue.
romantic, but if he gives me the vibe that he isn't romancing the fuck out of you, he's out. Thanks. I snickered. Maybe a little aggressive, but thanks. I got your back. He assured me.
He wants your back.
By any means necessary. When you were on the app, what did you look for? His brows crinkled, and his brown eyes searched mine momentarily. I like my women badass. Confident, sexy, intelligent, outgoing. Ahmad, the woman with the afro puffs called out. Duty calls, he told me, before heading over to the woman. Yes,
Why is a married
Asia.
man telling you
Someone
his
is
type
here
of
to see
woman?
you, Asia replied, pointing to a pretty woman. I took a sip of the Malibu Sunrise and
That must be his
smiled.
wife.
It was the same thing I'd ordered
It
the week
ain't some
before.
random person he also finds
Glancing
attractive.
over in his direction, I smiled. Hey, Ahmad. A
Ooh.
pretty woman greeted him.
Ooh.
Everything might
Told
be
you it wasn't his
good
wife.
behind that bar. Oh,
No wife
shit,
talking like
Shanita,
that.
what's up? You tell me.
Yep.
She cocked her head to the side. And while you're at it, I'll take what you made for the girl you were flirting with over there, Shanita stated, pulling my
Shanita.
attention from my thoughts.
Mm?
She's cute. I followed the voice and happened to make eye contact with the mod in the process. Nah, that's the homie right there. Ahmad
Lies.
corrected her. Pointing to me, he continued, Aaliyah is drinking a Malibu Sunrise. Well, I want what she has, she smirked. But you already know that. He chuckled to himself and shook his head. I looked away immediately. They were extremely comfortable around each other. She was flirting and he was eating it up.
They hunching.
There was something about the way they engaged with each other that made me feel like I was watching something more. The familiarity felt intimate. Is that his wife? The thought stopped me mid-sip as he made her the drink. I pretended I wasn't trying to listen to their conversation. You were on my mind, so I wanted to pop in and check on you, she said. I'm cool. How was your day? He asked in return. Great. Busy, she told him, before a wave of people came to the bar for drinks.
Oh, why is my
By the
nose
time
running
the
all of
people
a
had
sudden?
dispersed, I'd missed part of what they were saying to one another. I'm not ready. I'm good off that. Ahmad held up his left hand with his wedding band prominently displayed. Drop it. My head quirked curiously as I eavesdropped. Ahmad, she said gently. All I'm saying is that, Shanita, he interrupted. I love you, but I'm working. Let's talk later, okay? He moved to the other end of the bar to take an order.
Who is
I
Shanita?
took another glance at the woman and saw her looking at me with a knowing smile. I quickly shifted my gaze and took another sip. Definitely must be his wife. The fruity cocktail was delicious, and when I caught a glimpse of myself in the mirror, I noticed the stress and anxiety had melted from my face. Everything is going to be fine. Dante is going to be fine. The date is going to be fine. Everything is going to be fine. You look better, Ahmad commented when he made his way back to me. I narrowed my eyes at him. What's that supposed to mean? His brows furrowed.
We'll fix
What?
it a little bit.
You keep commenting on the way I look. You told me I need to smile, that I look like a bird, that I look better. I took another
Lord,
sip
my
of my
nose
drink.
is itching.
Are you trying to psych me out or something? I thought you had my back. He stepped forward and put his hands on the bar. I suggested a smile because you look like you were being held at gunpoint.
Oop.
I said you look better because now you look like you're here of your own free will. I pursed my lips. You still called me Tweety Bird because you have on a canary yellow dress. He gestured to me. I never said you didn't look absolutely beautiful in it.
Ooh.
A chill ran down my spine. I tried to hide my smile, but my cheeks heated. Oh, okay then. See, look at you. You're always so ready to give me shit, but you can't handle it when I call you Tweety. You chose that color. You knew what it was. You're wearing a pair of jeans and a dirty shirt, so don't comment on how I look.
Nigga.
He laughed. I just
You
spent
wore a
10
jean
minutes.
vest.
You wore a jean
trying to
vest.
get that cranberry juice stain out. He pulled his shirt up a bit, and I caught a glimpse of his abs as he inspected the stain. I knew I should have double-checked to make sure that top was on. How bad is it? My eyes jerked up to his face. It's not that bad. It just looks like something spilled on you. It doesn't look dirty. It looks like maybe you shouldn't wear a white shirt behind the bar. But you don't look unclean. Yeah, but I came straight from work, so I didn't get a chance to change today. He pulled his shirt down and shrugged. Ain't shit I can do about it, so I'm not going to worry about it. I like that attitude. I paused. But do you see how someone can point something out and get in your head? I'm not worried about this stain, just like you're not worried about me calling you Tweety. He leaned forward and got into my eye line. You're just mad because you thought it was funny. You're not funny, am I? You think I'm hilarious, and I don't blame you. I'm a funny dude. You're a Leo, aren't you? I'm not telling you shit. He backed away. Why
Ziggy,
would I?
pause. The old me feels like I should take offense to that, but the new me knowing that that's demonic.
Wait, what'd she say?
She said, "You're a Leo, aren't you?"
I'm screaming.
I feel like I should be offended by that.
You shouldn't.
That's why I said the old me is offended. But the new me knows that's demonic and funny. You a Leo, ain't it? That's some telltale signs. I ain't gonna lie. Ziggy, play.
Ammunition. I laughed. I'll take that as a yes. He grinned as he walked off to help the wave of people who'd just entered the bar. As I finished the rest of my drink, it dawned on me to check my phone. Dante, I'm here.
Please.
I'm just looking for a place to park. The message had just come through 2 minutes prior. I knew parking downtown could take a few minutes, so I used that time to calm my nerves. I needed a distraction. What do you do besides work here? I asked Ahmad as he tossed cherries into the 4 glasses in front of him. He served the drinks and took their money. When they walked away, he looked at me. I work in IT. He answered just as a woman bounded up to the bar to get his attention. Really? Amused as he conversed with the woman. Aaliyah? A voice called from behind me. I glanced in the mirror in front of me before turning to the side. A swarm of strangers entered, and the bar was getting kind of packed. But the man staring at me looked familiar. Light brown skin, light brown eyes, bald head, strong build. Dante? I said cautiously, relieved he looked like his photos. Hi. He extended his arm, shaking my hand before bringing it to his lips. It's nice to finally meet you. It's nice to meet you as well. He took a seat next to me and smiled. You look beautiful. Yellow is your color. Thank you. You also look nice. Thank you. He looked around. I've never heard of this place before. How did you find it? I'm in the area a lot, I replied, not wanting to tell him that I lived across the street. What's good here? He pointed at my drink. What are you drinking? Malibu Sunrise. It's delicious. It looks good, but I can't be seen drinking that. I blinked rapidly.
What you gonna order? A beer?
Oh, yeah. I think I'll order a rum and coke.
Already a
I'm
red
not trying to give
flag.
you
A rum
reason
and
to
coke.
think I'm
Key.
less manly than I am. I already let you catch me slipping when I told you I watched that reality
Men who
TV
don't
dating show,
like
Insta Love.
cocktails are men
I
who
smiled.
have fragile
I like that you
masculinity.
told me that. I told you some of my TV guilty pleasures too. Hey, can I get you anything? Ahmad asked, catching me by surprise. Yeah, I'll take a rum and coke, Dante ordered before pointing at my glass. And another one of those for the lady.
Nah,
Ahmad
he
glanced
basic.
at me, so I gave him a brief nod. Okay.
A rum and coke.
Responded with a
Rice and peas.
Coming right up.
Please shut up.
When he walked away, Dante turned toward me.
No?
How was your day? It was good. I've been excited about meeting you, so I'm sure that has something to do with the day flying by. Did you finish your project? Yeah, I did. I didn't think I was going to, and I refused to work on it at home. So it all worked out, and I get to roll into my weekend without it hanging over my head. I pursed my lips. Did you get all of your stuff finished? Hell no. Shaking his head, he chuckled. I'll be working a little tomorrow to finish. But it was crazy for them to think I was going to be able to get it all done in 2 weeks. I agree. I hope you talk to your supervisor on Monday. They get back on Monday, right? Yes, thank God.
Okay, I
I'm
gotta
tired
let
of
this
doing
one
his
dry.
work and not getting paid his salary. Amen to that. I grinned. How was your day overall, though? My day was cool. I didn't push myself to finish the work. I ended up putting everything I needed together and left early, since I'm planning on coming in tomorrow, too. Oh, that's automatically a good day when you leave work early. Yeah, I went to drop off some stuff to my older kids. The record in my head scratched. What?
Kids is
Kids?
crazy.
I questioned, confusion crumpling my face. You have kids? Yeah, 4.
Ooh.
4 kids? Here are your drinks. Ahmad interrupted slowly, placing the glasses in front of us. When our eyes met, I could tell he'd heard the conversation. Thanks, man, Dante said, handing him a credit card. I shifted my gaze back to the man sitting next to me. Your profile said you didn't have any kids. Yeah. I like to let women get to know me before bringing up my kids. I took a sip of my drink, trying to think of how I was going to approach this situation without being rude. You lied on your profile, though, I blurted out. I didn't lie. I just want a fair shot. I shook my head. No. If you didn't say anything about your kids on your profile, I could see your point. But you straight up said you didn't have any children, but in reality, you have 4.
You have a village.
He took a long gulp of his rum and coke. Is that going to be a problem for
Yes!
you? Well, yeah. He shook his head and let out an aggressive puff of air. Great. You and I hit it off, didn't we? Yeah, we did. So why does this change anything? You hate kids or something? Dante, I couldn't hide my exasperation if I wanted to. We've been talking all week, and you never said anything.
Oh, no, that's
How
crazy.
did you not bring up the fact that you have 4 kids? Here's your card back, Ahmad said slowly, looking between us. Thanks. Snatching the card, Dante tipped his head back and finished his drink. Are you really not going to give me a chance because I have kids?
Yes.
Really, Aaliyah?
Yes.
I was going to explain that he lied. I was going to tell him not to flip the script and make it my fault. I was going to respond with a lot of things. But I didn't have the energy. Yeah, I said flatly. Wow, Dante exclaimed. That's kind of shallow, don't you think? I didn't think you would have an issue with kids, but okay. It was nice meeting you, I guess. Yeah, you too, I muttered as he left. I was in shock. It was such an unbelievable turn of events that I couldn't even get up from my seat. You good? Ahmad asked, as he was in the middle of mixing drinks. I nodded but remained quiet. Brush it off, he told me, before sliding the drinks to the waiting customers. I'm fine, I assured him quietly. He wasn't it. Tell me something. He returned to his position in front of me, placing his hands on the bar. And I want you to say the first thing that comes to mind. I gave him a suspicious look. Okay. How are you going to know when he is it? He shook his head. Off the top of your head. Don't think about it. He demanded quickly. How are you going to know? Because he's going to look at me, know what I want, and take care of it. I answered honestly. My stomach swirled as I imagined how it would feel to be seen in that way. Ahmad held my gaze. I inhaled and exhaled in time with him as we stared at each other over the bar.
Lord.
I felt him assessing me and my answer. His silence met my vulnerability, and even though it made me a little uncomfortable, I couldn't look away. The sound of his name being called pulled us from the moment. He licked his lips and leaned toward me. Oh, okay. He nodded. You want a mind reader? Rolling my eyes, I held in a laugh. You're such an ass. I'm not looking for a mind reader. I'm looking for a man who can read me. Snickering, he glanced to some people flagging him down. Don't leave yet, he ordered, moving down to take some more orders. I waited a couple of minutes, and then my phone vibrated. Mom. Sliding off the stool, I tried to catch Ahmad's eye. He was busy, so I jotted down a note on the napkin that was near my drink. See you next Friday. Thank you. Turning on my heel, I answered my mother's call. Hey, Mom. I'm walking out of a bar. Everything okay? Everything is perfectly fine. I just called to say hi. I just got in from Bible study with Liz. She told me the funniest thing. Marcus called her earlier this week and told her that he's taking classes this fall at Hamilton University. Oh, wow. That's what's up.
How's that funny?
That's your
So I
alma
guess it is
mater.
Hamilton.
Smiling, I shook my head. Yes, I know.
But how is that supposed to be funny?
7. Checking my watch, I rushed across the street before the light changed. My black and white striped dress blew in the wind as I hopped up onto the sidewalk. I wasn't running late for my date, but I was hoping to get to Onyx before the Friday night crowd showed up. Well, if it isn't the Hamburglar, Ahmad greeted me when I walked into the empty bar. I stopped in my tracks. For 15 long seconds, I just glared at him. He had the biggest shit-eating grin on his face, and his big brown eyes danced. With narrowed eyes, I bottled up the laughter that threatened to burst out of me. I think I hate you, I said, finally, forcing my feet toward him. You know you love me,
Ooh!
he returned with a smirk. My stomach fluttered unexpectedly.
I told
I
you.
don't. And you know that was funny. You're a clown. I climbed up on the bar stool. If it wasn't too late to
Ooh,
meet this
your
guy
mother in here
somewhere
making it
else, I'd
rain,
walk right out
Kimani.
of here. Like you did last Friday. What? He finished
And I'm gonna
restocking
spend
the
it
glasses and
tonight.
gave me a
Thank
look.
you.
I told you to give me a minute and you dipped out. Oh, I shook my head. No, it wasn't like that. I tried to say goodbye, but you were busy. Wiping his hands on the towel he had draped over his shoulder, he stood in front of me. Well, if I'm going to look out for you, the least you can do is let me know when you're heading out. I felt my lips curling upward under his gaze. You're right.
Oh no, they gonna
I
be
nodded
hunching
softly.
hard,
I opened my mouth to say
Kimani.
more, but a group of people
Hard
noisily
hunching.
entered, disrupting the quiet bar. He greeted them
I kind of want
and
this
then
liner to be
focused his
thicker
attention
today.
back at me.
My eyeliner?
So,
Well, I'm trying to get the base because it will be.
Braden Storm. Is he a weatherman?
I'm trying to get everything done and see the whole face before I start adding more to the
Why?
top.
Braden Storm? He
And there's gonna be
sounds
more
like a
dots.
weatherman.
It's giving frog.
He changed his
You know,
voice to a dry,
spotted
nasally
frog.
monotone. Braden
Oh, you know, you
Storm
like
with the
frogs.
weather.
At
I
all.
rolled my eyes. You just say anything. No common sense. You just have, I pointed to my temple, a couple of beans rattling up
This
there
reminds
and
me
no
of that look that I
filter.
did a while ago.
Still using
Which
the
one?
voice, he said, sounds like a cold front is coming in from that side of the bar. I pursed my lips. I'm not talking to you if you keep talking like that. He grabbed a stack of cups and moved them. Fine. Tell me about this guy, he said in his normal tone. The conversation has been
Thank
nice.
you.
I pointed at him. He seems pretty cool. And the best part is that he's funny. Nah, I'm funny. I assure you, you're not funny.
I
He
assure
placed
you,
his
you're not
hands on
funny
the
as
bar and
crazy.
leaned toward me.
This one.
Then why do you have to try so hard not to laugh?
Your Venus flytrap.
I hid my smile with my hand.
Wait, where the hell
Why
is
are
it?
you so dressed up today?
There.
Stepping back, he looked down at his
I
green
remember it.
button-up shirt and black jeans. This is dressed up to you? Well, last week you had a dirty t-shirt on, so this is a vast improvement. I thought you said it wasn't that bad. It wasn't. But I just thought about how you called me the Hamburglar and got mad all over again. Ahmad chuckled under his breath as he left me to go take the orders of the people who'd just approached the bar. He was back and forth between checking on me and helping the ever-growing crowd. He moved so skillfully and effortlessly as he worked. Every time he would spend a couple of minutes making small talk with me, I felt myself loosening up. But it wasn't just
My
me.
neighbor is in
He
there
seemed to make
blasting
everyone
his
around
television
him
because
feel
why do I
good.
hear it from here?
I watched the way he spoke to people, the way he smiled, and the way he entertained conversation
She love him.
while making the drinks. He was friendly without being too friendly. Cocking my head to the side,
Love him
I
down.
couldn't help but notice how he seemed so respectful of his marriage. I smiled. And yet another reason why I have faith in finding my person. Ahmad seemed like a really good man. Exasperating, but good. Would you like a drink? Asia asked me, stealing my attention from the other end of the bar. Oh, hey! My voice was a little too loud, and the words came out a little too fast. I didn't know you were here. Her lips pulled into a taut pucker. It happens a lot. What? People forgetting I'm here when Ahmad's around. She leaned closer and lowered her voice. He's the popular one, especially with the ladies. I shook my head. No, it's not like that. With a smile, Asia took a step back. Yeah, okay. No, I'm serious, I argued. I'm doing my first dates here, and Ahmad's watching my back. Oh, I'm sure he is. She winked before turning
Clock
her
it,
attention
sister.
to the two men who had strolled up next to me. What can I get for you two? She shifted gears so fast, I didn't have time to defend myself from the assumption she was making. We'll take you and your friend over there in the stripes, one of the men commented. I looked over at them in confusion. Now, how did I get in this? I was not in business. The shorter of the two flashed me a toothy grin. I don't mind taking the fat one. Yeah, well, I mind, I
Ziggy,
retorted.
pause.
Mm-mm.
I know you lying to me. You know, this whole time I forgot that this was the premise of the book. I'm
Me
just,
too.
I'm just enjoying the story. Now that's some good writing. Mm. Mm-mm. Now that was just rude. Ziggy, play.
Feisty, he commented, taking a step toward me. Say it again, but this time, say it to my face. Get a step stool and I will. Oh,
Clock.
shit, the taller one snickered. You're not gonna let some fat bitch dish you, are you,
Jesus?
Frankie? Not the guy with the Habsburg jaw talking shit about my friend, Asia commented. I burst out laughing, which only made the two men madder. We're leaving this dump, the short one spat, pulling his friend back. They started shouting obscenities when she pointed to the door. Out. Now. What's going on? Ahmad asked, just as the two men stormed out. You both okay? Yeah, we're fine,
Ooh.
Asia answered.
We
as
love
I
a Captain
nodded.
Save a
He looks
Voir.
between us and shook his head. 1 minute I look down here and everything is cool. And the next minute, all hell is breaking loose. Those guys didn't know how to act, so I put them out. I don't tolerate that level of disrespect, Asia informed him, crossing her arms across her chest. She smiled at me. But this one right here can hold her own with the jokes. Noticing someone waiting to be served, she started walking away. I see why you like her.
Oh,
She tossed the comment over her shoulder like a grenade that neither of us were prepared for. Like deer in headlights, we just stared at each other. I might have mentioned that you were cool, he mumbled before he noticed a woman waiting. I'll be back. What was that? Turning my head, I looked into the mirror behind the bar and froze. My eyes locked with the light-skinned, curly-haired man who'd just walked in.
ugh.
The man
Next.
who looked exactly like his profile picture smiled as he moved toward me. I waited until he was right next to
She
me
lost me at light
before I
skin.
turned to greet him face to face. Aaliyah, it's nice to finally
Who's light
meet you.
skin?
He
Her newest
extended his
date.
hand. I'm Braden. I shook his hand. I'm glad you could make it, Braden. I wouldn't have missed the chance to meet you for the world. A smile played on my lips. Well, I've been looking forward to this all week. I gestured to the stool next to me. Have a seat. What are you drinking? I hope I didn't keep you waiting long. I haven't been here that long. I lied. I haven't ordered anything. What do you like? I mostly like fruity drinks. I don't like to actually taste the alcohol. I know just the thing. He lifted his hand and caught Ahmad's attention. Yeah, man, can we start a tab? Yeah, I got you, Ahmad replied, taking Braden's card. What can I get you? Can we get 2 amaretto sours? And
Oh, I
add a
love
couple of
amaretto
extra
sour.
cherries.
That's a good man to
My
me.
beautiful bitch. Ahmad glanced at me before he nodded. Coming right up. This
You see
place
how he
is
wasn't
pretty
shy
cool,
to get her a
Braden
cocktail?
acknowledged, looking around.
And he said,
I've never been here. Do
Uh-huh.
you ever hang out in Richland? I know you live 45 minutes away. No, never. He licked his lips. But for you, I'm willing to make the trip. Ahmad returned, sliding 2 glasses in front of us. Thanks, man, Braden replied, picking up his drink. A toast? I gave Ahmad a small smile before turning my attention back to my date. What are we toasting? The beginning of something special. I cocked my head to the side.
You know, we in
I
the
felt
same
like
boat because I
Kate
just
was
got
glaring on
irritated.
me, so I was hesitant as I lifted my glass.
Beginning of
The
something
beginning
special. I
of
don't know
something
you.
special, I repeated skeptically. We tapped glasses and then took a sip. I searched his face looking for a tell, but his eyes didn't leave mine
Hello.
as he swallowed the tart drink. Our first conversation started in the evening and carried on into the wee hours of the morning. After that, he talked to me on every lunch break he had since we exchanged numbers. After hours, we talked while he was finishing up things in the office, and a couple of nights we spoke on his entire drive home. And with each conversation, he was attentive and charming. I enjoyed him, but I couldn't help the little nagging feeling in the back of my mind. I couldn't
He's
put my
too
finger
perfect.
on why, but there was a bit of hesitation with him. I knew there was something special about you after our first conversation, he admitted. That was a really good conversation, I agreed, even though you seemed distracted by the end of it. He shook his head. I was working late, and my secretary had messed up some forms for me. I had to send it out before Wednesday's meeting, and because I didn't catch the error until after hours, I had to stay even later and work on it myself. But up until I noticed that, you had my undivided attention, just like every night this week. I stirred the straw in my cocktail. I think I like having your undivided attention. His smile grew. Good, because I like giving it to you. Like he had all week, the man charmed me. We sat on those bar stools, nursing our drinks and talking for an hour. You can get it, I told him, as he checked his phone for the second time in 10 minutes.
Oh, no.
I won't deduct date points if you need to take the call. Nah, work can wait, he replied, shoving the phone back into
He
his
had a
pocket.
family.
I was
Turning,
just,
he
girl.
flagged down Asia. Can we get 2 more amaretto sours, please? I got it, Ahmad told her, coming from the other end of the bar. Can you take care of the bachelorette party down there? I looked in the direction that he was talking about and spotted a group of 5 women giggling. They were staring at Ahmad as he grabbed 2 glasses and started making our drinks. They've had a lot to drink, Braden pointed out. Who? I asked, focusing back on my date. The women down there with the dick hats? I laughed, noticing what they had on their heads. Yeah, probably so. But that's the whole point of a bachelorette party, right? Have a good time with your friends for your last hurrah as a single person. Yeah, I guess. But the hats are a bit much. I shrugged. To each their own. He looked surprised. Would you wear something like that for your bachelorette party?
Yes.
If it went with my outfit and my bridesmaids bought it, I wouldn't buy it myself, but one of my best friends would absolutely buy that and make us wear it.
Hello.
I smiled, thinking about Nina. I mean, I could see her requiring us to do that for her birthday. He chuckled. Oh, wow. What about you? Would you wear something crazy for your bachelor party? Oh, hell no. You wouldn't go out with your boys with little hats with... I put my hand against the top of my head and wiggled my fingers, imitating the phalluses emitting from the hats of the bachelorettes. I can guarantee you I wouldn't have dicks on my head, he balked. Okay, Ahmad intoned, sliding the drinks in front of us. Nah, man, it's not what it sounds like, Braden tried to explain. Ahmad held up his hands and backed away. No judgment here. I cackled. It's not funny, Braden said with a laugh. It's a little funny, I returned. But seriously, I don't think I asked if you'd been married before. He cleared his throat. No, I don't think you did. Yeah, I was. Caught off guard, I took a tiny sip of my drink to mask my surprise. Oh, was? Yeah, she passed away. I gasped. I'm sorry to hear that. He shook his head. It's been a long time, but thank you. How long has it been? About 3 years now. So, when you said you hadn't been on a date in a while, did you mean since you passed? No. I've been ready to date for about a year now. But over the last couple of months, I realized I'm ready for something more. Scooping my hand from mid-air, he ran his thumb over my knuckles, particularly
Unhand
looking
me.
to explore this connection with you. My face flushed, and even though his fingertips were no longer brushing my skin, his touch lingered. For the next 45 minutes, we sipped and talked and laughed. Braden was an engaging storyteller. He'd married young, and life had taken them on two separate paths. He said they were happy, and the relationship was strong until her
Where's the
undiagnosed
drama
medical
in this
condition
story?
seized her heart. He took time to work on himself, and then he dipped his toe into the dating scene. He recounted his attempts to date over the last year and his newfound commitment to finding the right woman. I believe in intentional dating, I told him, nodding in agreement. No games. If there's mutual interests, compatibility, and both people want the same thing out of the relationship, there's no reason it shouldn't be a successful pairing. Exactly, he agreed. Do you feel like you're being intentional? I do. He reached out and touched my hand again, especially as I get to know you better. You two still doing okay?
Nah, I don't like him. Something's off.
Interrupting the moment, Braden let go of my hand and faced our bartender. Can we get another round? Ahmad glanced at me and my still full glass. Okay. Would you like to switch it up? No, two of the same. Braden answered for the both of us. Ahmad looked at my glass and then at me. When I nodded, so did he. Another round coming up. Braden focused his attention back on me.
Why he
The
kind
drink
of
Hello?
was helping my nerves. You nervous? Hell yeah. It's been a while since I've been on a date with someone and really cared that it went well. I always want the women I take out to have a good time. But with you, I care if you want a second date. He gestured to me. And also, you're fine as hell.
Oh,
I didn't
please.
even realize I was grinning until Ahmad placed our drinks in front of us and I caught a glimpse of myself in the mirror. Well, rest assured I am having a great time, and the second date sounds incredible. What's your favorite type of food? He asked, picking up his fresh glass. Breakfast, I answered honestly. A hearty laugh burst out of him. My jaw dropped. What? I wondered. I was thinking you were going to say soul food, Haitian food, Italian food, Mexican food, something specific. But you said breakfast. Why is that funny? I asked indignantly. He took a gulp of his drink and then grabbed my hands. It's not funny. It's unexpected. Just like all the other things I've learned about you. He looked down at his hands encircling mine before meeting my eyes again. You are completely unexpected. Heat radiated from where he touched me and swept up my arms. Unexpected in a good way? He leaned forward like he was preparing to kiss me. Unexpected
In a
in the
great way.
best way. Braden!
Oh,
A woman roared, startling
here we
us
go.
apart. I looked over and quickly located to whom the voice belonged. With brown skin contrasted with honey blonde hair, the tall, curvy woman was beautiful. And had it not been for her narrowed eyes, crinkled nose, and raised upper lip, that beauty would have been the first thing I noticed about her. But as her shoulders rose and fell rapidly, I couldn't stop focusing on the waves of
Here
feeling
comes
that
the
emanated from her.
drama.
Braden dropped my hands, and I looked between the woman and my date. He was stone still, with his mouth hanging slightly ajar. She was frozen in place with unmistakable rage, and I looked between them in disbelief. Oh, hell no! With both her fists balled up, she charged across the room. I turned my entire body so that I could face her. I wasn't sure if she was going to try to swing on me or not, but I needed to be prepared. I didn't know how to fight. More than that, I refused to fight over a man. But I wasn't going to let someone just hit me without defending myself. Running through the moves I learned in kickboxing class,
Girl.
I prepared to bust out the jab, cross, jab, hook combo.
Okay.
What the hell is going on here, Brayden? The woman yelled. The conversations that surrounded us hushed. People turned to look. A few even stopped dancing. Only the mellow beat of the music carried over the tense atmosphere. I'm sorry, Brayden whispered before he rose to his feet. Sierra, what? He blocked her path. What are you doing here? You said you had to work late, but your office said you left on time, she spat. And since you wouldn't answer your phone, I used the tracker app. Well, I was just finishing up here. Can we talk outside? Move. Get your hands off me. The woman shouted as she tried to move around him to see me. What? You don't want your date to know you have a wife?
Told ya.
I balked. A wife? Yes, I'm his wife, she reiterated, trying to get around him. Come on, Sierra, chill. I'm meeting with a colleague and... A colleague? Are you kidding me? She screeched, sidestepping him to point at me. Her hand was only a couple of feet away from me before he pushed her back a step. You're lying and saying you're in a meeting, but you were holding this bitch's hand.
Whoa.
Calling me a bitch is a little uncalled for, I grumbled under my breath. What? She growled, turning her anger toward me. You have something you want to say to me? I frowned and shook my head. Nah, you good. That bitch looks strong.
Not
I
you
know I'm
scary.
good.
So you should
She
have
held
shut
up
up.
her
You should've
left
said
hand.
nothing.
That's why he married me. I stared at her in confusion. Well, he asked me on a date and said he was a widower. So he really ain't a process. I lifted my hands. You can have him, I assured her. I didn't know he was married. She glared at him and then looked at his hands. Where is your fucking ring? He pulled it from his jacket pocket. I must have forgotten to put it back on when I left the gym. You know I worked out after work today. Stop lying, you piece of shit. I'm not lying. How long have you been dating my husband? She yelled the question at me. Each attempt she made to get around Brayden to get to me, he blocked her. This was a first date, I answered. Again, I didn't know he was married. He said he was single. I decided at the last minute not to tell her what he really said.
See, and
I
that's what's
wanted
wrong
to
with you.
avoid making a bad situation worse. Brayden shot me a look over his shoulder before he faced his wife again.
The hell you was
Sierra?
acting for, nigga?
Please.
And
I
you know,
gasped as
you
the
ain't a
pop
real one
of her
enough. I
hand
would've popped you
slapping
in the
his
back of your
cheek
head while you think
reverberated
you
through the
trying
bar.
to say
Bitch, trying to throw hands
I
for
would've beat you
real.
up with her.
My eyes widened, and I didn't know if I should get up and leave or be prepared to defend myself. I was shook. She reared back and attempted to hit him again. Both of you, out now, Ahmad barked. The authority in his voice seemed to startle them as much as it startled me. I didn't realize Onyx had security until two men that I'd never noticed before appeared seemingly out of nowhere and corralled Brayden and the screaming Sierra out of the bar. Since the two people who were causing the scene were escorted out, all eyes were on me. A couple of women were whispering and glancing over at me. A man was openly gawking with his friends. An older woman frowned, looking at me in disdain. I even heard someone call me a home wrecker. I
Girl.
wanted to leave, but I couldn't. I didn't want Brayden and his wife waiting for me. I didn't like how people were staring at me, but they weren't going to try to fight me. Unfortunately, staying put was the only option I had. Exhaling loudly, I turned around on my stool and sighed. When my eyes met Ahmad's gaze,
Here we
I
go.
didn't see judgment or pity. You good? He asked. Yeah, I sighed. He split a Malibu sunrise in front of me. You sure? I smiled
He
appreciatively
remembered her
as he removed
drink.
all of the amaretto sour glasses. Yeah, I took a sip of the drink he'd just given me. I'm not worried about him. I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about her, the wife. She looked like she was going to beat your ass. My eyes went wide. Listen, ain't no might about it. She would have definitely beat my ass. He
We loving a
chuckled.
wear queen.
Old boy wasn't going to let that happen. He was doing basketball drills to keep her from getting to you. If I would have told her how he told me that he was a widower, he would have let her get me. Well, I wouldn't have let that happen. Don't let anything happen to that face. A smile stretched my lips.
You forgetting that this nigga's also
Because
married?
blood makes
Hello?
me squeamish. He continued.
Ziggy.
My jaw.
Pause. Say that one more time for the children in the back of the church.
Are we also forgetting that this nigga here is married as well?
Marriage! It's the little...
Swooning for another married man. At least this one, you know he's married.
Right, he was up front with it. But the writing is right there. They're going to hook up. And if they don't, I'd be thoroughly surprised. Baltimore, Maryland.
It seems like every day you just got a better opinion of this man.
Right. Ziggy, play.
You asshole. He laughed. Nah, but for real. If I thought you were in any real danger, I would have stepped in sooner. You were always good. I lifted my glass in appreciation. Thank you. I told you I got you. You did say that. By any means necessary. He paused for a second.
He wanna dig you down.
He told you he was a
Dig
widower?
you down.
So he killed her off. He shook his head. That's cold. Right? I put my elbows on the bar and let my head fall into my hands. And now everyone in here thinks I'm a homewrecker. This dating app shit is the worst. I groaned. Hey, look at me. He commanded gently. I lifted my face and met his gaze. Everybody has shit, he pointed out.
That would have did it for me.
But everybody's shit isn't on display. Everybody here knows I went on a date with a married man. And so they either think I choose bad men or that I knowingly and willingly date married men, which I don't. Don't worry about what anyone else thinks. You know the truth. And you know the truth. He made a clicking noise and screwed up his face. I mean, I know what you told me, but I couldn't vouch for you. I gasped.
Please.
I'm not. He laughed. I'm playing. I got you. You said everyone has shit. Tell me something about you. Something real. He lowered his voice. I don't drive. What? I scoffed. What 32-year-old man doesn't know how to drive? He was always trying to make jokes. A look I couldn't quite place crossed his face. Is he serious? You don't have a car? You don't know how to drive? Or, I asked carefully, trying to read him. I own a car, and I know how to drive. I just don't do it. He explained. Why? Long story. I eyed him quizzically. If you want to share, I want to know. Car accident fucked me up a couple years ago. The vulnerability in his words gripped me tight. I'm so sorry.
Oh, God.
I was trying to get information about his dating life, his wife, his marriage. I didn't expect for him to share about a trauma. And as I sat with it, I realized I felt closer to him because of it.
Oh, God.
Everybody goes through stuff. And then they just
You know why
figure it
he
out.
share about his
You had
wife?
another bad date. You'll get through
Because
it.
now bring you back to the reality
He
that
looked
you have
over at
one.
a man patiently waiting. What did I tell
No,
you?
pause this. Pause this right now.
Yes.
Ziggy,
My
pause.
You see, this is what's wrong with people. Because y'all be thinking that when someone's being quote-unquote vulnerable with you, that means something. You have to be very cautious about what people act. What they're saying indicates what they're not saying. He told you to tell you something about himself, and he told you a trauma. He trauma dumped on you, and he don't even know you like it. Now, second of all, why wouldn't he tell you something about his wife since you are in the dating pool? It's like, yeah, well, forget him and he over here cheating on his wife. Me and my wife, we would never. We do this, da da da. Like, he could have gave you some information that was actually relevant to the situation. But you know what he did? He made you humanize him.
Here we
He
go.
made you think about him versus you thinking about him being married.
Clock
Right.
the T, Professor T.
Mm-hmm. What they not saying is louder than what they saying. Cause continue. I'm done.
Ziggy. Hey.
And I lifted my shoulders to give the app a chance. What did I tell you earlier tonight? I don't know.
I don't know,
told you
Curvy.
that cold front was coming. Changing his voice to that stiff news anchor tone, he added, and I was right. Braden Storm, signing off. The laugh bubbled up before I could stop it. You get on my damn nerves. Ahmad backed away to go take the man's order. Are you going to hang around for a while? I picked up my drink and took a sip. Yeah, for a little bit. He smirked. Good. 8. You didn't get anything to eat? Ahmad noticed. You can't drink on an empty stomach. Not that you were drinking much. My stomach rumbled as I nodded. Yeah, I guess I'll take a basket of fries. Our wings are good too. I shook my head. You do not want to see me eat wings. Well, I'd rather offer you wings than a burger. He pointed to my striped dress. Oh, robble ass.
Oh my
I
God.
gasped as he made the unintelligible noise that the Hamburglar was known for. The unexpected joke caused a loud laugh turn cough. I hate you, I told him with tears in my eyes, wiping away any
Oh,
eyeliner
she
that could have
loves
smeared.
him.
I couldn't hide my amusement. You're
So
really
many
showing
hates.
your age with the Hamburglar reference. He cocked his head to the side. And yet, you knew exactly who I was talking about. With a smirk, he tapped his hands on the bar and backed away. I'll put an order in for you. I rolled my eyes, but my cheeks hurt from smiling. Was Shanae beautiful? A deep voice asked about a minute later
Already
as he
irritated.
took the seat
Huh?
next to me. I glanced over at him. He was cute and wore a nice suit. Aaliyah, I responded. And you are? He flashed a smile. I'm Ray. It's nice to meet you, Ray. His gaze lingered on my lips. The pleasure is all mine. I like to get to know the people I'm sharing space with. Oh, we're sharing space? We are now. He grinned. I came in here to celebrate, and then I noticed this beautiful woman at the bar. So if you'll allow me to stay in your presence, I'd say we are sharing space. I gave him a skeptical look. Okay. Can I buy you a drink? I tapped my half-filled glass. I have one, but thank you. What can I get you? Ahmad asked. I did a double take. Dang, did he sneak up? I'll take a vodka martini, and you can get this beautiful lady another drink if she wants it. I told you I'm fine, I replied with a soft smile. But thank you. You are more than fine, Ray
Please.
flirted. Ahmad cleared his throat. Okay, I'll get you a drink. He glanced at me. And your food will be out in a couple
I
of
hope you
minutes.
know that put some
My
ring
eyes
on that
connected
Cupid's
with the
bow.
Ahmad's.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Huh?
Yeah, thanks, man.
I hope you know you gotta
Ray
put some ring on
added.
that Cupid's
Now,
bow.
back to you.
Thank you.
He turned his attention back to me.
I got
What are you
the
doing here tonight? Looking all good and shit. You
Scooby.
can't be here all alone. I had a date that ended early. I answered honestly. What happened? Why? I have to make sure I don't make the same mistakes he did on our date. Smiling, I shook my head. What makes you think I'm open to a date with you? Because you keep flashing that gorgeous smile my way. I cocked my head to the side. Is that right? Vodka martini.
Right.
Ahmad interrupted, sliding the drink in front of Ray. He gave me a look before adding, your food will be out in a few. Confusion caused my head to tilt as I held his gaze. Thanks, I said slowly. When I tore my eyes from him, I found Ray staring at me. Can I ask you a quick question? He lifted his glass to his lips. I wanted to at least buy you a drink before picking your brain. But here we are. Picking my brain? What's up? I need a couple of suggestions. How can I move a random bar meeting to a first date with you? I let out a light laugh. Okay. I put my glass to my lips and took a sip. That was kind of smooth. He turned on the bar stool, so his body was facing me. I'm real smooth if you give me a chance.
Ew.
He reached his left hand out to briefly touch my arm. Let me get your number and I can show you how sweet.
Hand me.
I noticed the indentation on his ring finger and sighed. You know what would be real smooth? What's that? Being faithful to your wife. His eyes widened fractionally. What? Wife? What are you talking about? Where does she think you are? I wondered. He looked like he was going to try to lie and defend himself, so I continued. I'm genuinely curious. He slid off the stool. I don't know what you mean, but I'm here to celebrate. He picked up his drink with 2 fingers and pointed to me. I thought you looked like someone I could celebrate with, but you're on some other shit.
And he is.
Okay? Ahmad said in a deep voice as he placed my burger and fries in front of me. Yeah, this married man was just leaving, I said loudly. Sputtering, Ray backed away from me. Yo, what is wrong with you? I'm not married. Save your lies for someone who'll believe them, I called after him. When I turned back around, Ahmad was staring at me. What are you doing? He questioned. My eyes widened. What do you mean? He made a slightly disgusted face. Men, these dates. I jerked my thumb backward toward the door. That married man wasn't my date, I scoffed. But the married man before him was. An old boy last week. My mouth hung open for a moment. You think they acted like they didn't have any sense before I agreed to meet them? I asked incredulously. No, but I think you need help. I don't need help, I balked. He lifted his hands. These dudes you keep linking with suggest otherwise. I felt called out. Wow, okay, Ahmad. Leaning over the bar, he grabbed my arm. His fingertips seared my skin as soon as he gripped me. Even if I wanted to get up and walk away from him and those delicious-looking fries, I was
Girl,
rigid in
focus.
place. Don't take it the wrong way, he said gently. All I'm saying is, come out with me and the fellas tomorrow night, 8 o'clock at Lava. We have a section under Ahmad Williamson. I pursed my lips, but I didn't say no. I think you'd enjoy yourself, he continued. Are you trying to set me up? No. His answer was firm, almost sharp. Because after what happened a few weeks ago, I'm not interested. A night out with some real ones might help you. I don't need help, I repeated, with a little less conviction. Being around men who know how to act could help you spot the ones you need to leave alone. And maybe being around some real ones will help you loosen up so you're not sitting over here with your shoulders hunched up. My shoulders aren't hunched up, I argued.
Girl,
He lifted his
she
shoulders to
Quasimodo.
his ears. Look at ass, he joked. My head fell back as I laughed. I can't stand you. Ahmad ignored someone trying to get his attention as he responded. But you know I'm right. Whatever. Prove me wrong at Lava tomorrow at 8. I nodded, but I didn't verbally commit. He smiled. Your food is getting cold. He walked off to take an order. I put some sanitizer on my hands and then popped a fry in my mouth.
I don't see how Ziggy. Pause. I don't see how people put on sanitizer and then immediately be eating with their fingers. Do you not taste the alcohol?
That's to put on hand sanitizer shit.
I mean, you gotta wash your hands. Sanitizer and soap and water is different, you know what I mean?
Well, yes. But honestly, as being someone who hates a public bathroom, I can understand the sanitizer.
So it's an acquired taste.
Yeah.
Years of build-up preparation. Got it. All right, Ziggy, play.
Down at the thick-cut fries with the array of seasoning on them. Good, right? Asia asked as she handed the couple next to me 2 beers. Hands down the best fries I've ever had, I told her. I told you, Ahmad said, overhearing our conversation as he carried a case of something behind Asia. I watched his biceps flex under the weight of the case before jerking my eyes to his face. You did say I'd like them, I admitted slowly. Stick with me. I'm right about a lot of things. You weren't right about the size of that shirt, Asia joked. I snickered. Ahmad, stay wearing Oshkosh Bagosh.
Please.
Jamboree, Asia laughed loudly before heading to the other end of the bar. Baby Gap.
Bye.
Ahmad looked like he was trying his
With your
hardest not to
pockets on your
laugh,
titties.
which made me laugh harder. Both of y'all can kiss my ass.
Dante.
He grumbled with a huge smile on his face. I ate my food and spent the next
Yeah, I'm
couple
liking
of
the
hours exchanging
androgyny of
jokes
the
and
look
laughing
so
with
far.
Ahmad. I had such a good time that when I got home that night, I found myself feeling light and happy. Even after a few bad dates, it didn't feel as disastrous
When is this birthday?
because of Ahmad.
Because she got a
I didn't even
deadline.
bother to open the dating app on Saturday morning. I saw the numerous notifications and I sucked my teeth. Even though I felt like I thoroughly vetted the men I met up with, I still was choosing the wrong ones. Between a man who lied about his kids and a man who lied about his wife, I was just done with the app. Maybe I do need help. Just the thought forced Ahmad into my mind. He didn't take a break to spend time with me at the bar, but every chance he got, he checked on me. He talked to me. He made me laugh. His personality was so different from what I thought when I first met him. His conversation was engaging and intelligent. His personality was honest and funny, and I hated to admit it, but I liked him. Not like that, I assured myself. It was just that Ahmad had the type of reassuring presence that filled me with a sense of calm. He was obviously attractive, so my body reacted to the sight of him from time to time. And he was honest, so his frankness cut a little deep sometimes. But underneath that was a comforting calmness that made me feel safe with him. It was rare. I liked it. I liked him. He made a big impression on me last night. So much so that I spent the majority of the day laughing at things we'd said and jokes we'd made as I cleaned my apartment. My phone had dinged and beeped and vibrated all day, but it rang for the first time around 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Hello? I answered as soon as I saw who it was. So, you're going, right? Nina questioned immediately. Even though she was out of town, I'd texted her about Ahmad's offer when I'd gotten home. I assumed she was asleep or busy, since it was almost 1 o'clock in the morning, and a man had taken her on a weekend getaway. Because of that, I figured she was going to send me a text in response. But it was just like Nina to jump right into it. No hello or nothing, huh? I replied with a laugh. Nope, I only have a few minutes before he comes back to the room. And since there's not much time, I'm going to give you some real talk. You need to go to Lava. And if I was home, I would be right there with you. You know who's going to be there tonight? No. Who? Terracotta. My eyes widened. What? Richland's very own Terracotta was an R&B group that had been gaining national attention over the last few months. They were on the rise to superstardom, and they still did pop-up shows locally. I was really looking forward to seeing them again live. You need to be there, Nina reiterated. You need to get out more, and this is the perfect opportunity. I don't know. I kind of groaned as I pulled my legs onto the couch with me.
Legs to the
You
moon.
said Ahmad's sexy ass asked you to meet him in his section at Lava to see Terracotta's pop-up show, she interrupted. I'm not seeing the downside here. Ahmad is married. Girl, he invited you out with him and his boys. He didn't invite you to sit on his dick. Go to the
Yes,
lounge and stop
Lord.
playing. He's married. Maybe his wife will be there. Or maybe he invited you out because he thinks of you as one of the boys. Or maybe he wants you to meet one of his boys.
Hello?
Or maybe he wants to fuck you and he's just like these other cheating ass dudes. Either way, you need to focus more on what you want and how to get it. Get out of the house. Go to Lava, see Terracotta, meet some men. Laughing, I shook my head. Nina, you're laughing because I'm right. You claim this man is just your friend. I readjusted my position on the couch and placed my feet on the floor. He is just my friend. So I don't see a downside. Friends hang out. I silently pursed my lips. She was right. I wanted to go. And if I were being honest with myself, I'd been trying to talk myself out of it. But Nina was absolutely right. Ahmad was a friend who invited me out to do something that was definitely up my alley. There was no legitimate reason for me to not go if I wanted to go. Hey, I thought I had a few more minutes, Nina said suddenly. I'm touching bases with my girl. I'll meet you in the shower.
Mm-mm.
I knew she wasn't talking to me.
Freaked out.
And I heard a deep voice reply in the background. She laughed at something before she came back to the line. Hey, I'm back. You sound really happy right now. I see the fun one is treating you right, I speculated, using the nickname she gave him. Absolutely. Details to come. But in the meantime, text me a picture of what you're wearing to Lava. I didn't say I was going. I protested quickly. Yeah, but we both know you are. Text me your outfit. Bye. I laughed. Goodbye, Nina. We hung up, and I immediately went to my closet to figure out what I was going to wear. After making a final decision and sending a photo to the group chat, I started working on my hair. When I was fully dressed and ready to leave, I admired myself in the mirror. I look good, I thought, as I did a little spin. I snapped another picture and sent it to the group chat so Nina and Jasmine could see my finished look. They said I was dressed like I had a hot date. I told them I didn't know what Ahmad's friends looked like, and I doubted that one of them could be my next boyfriend. They said I was giving date vibes, and I almost reconsidered my outfit. Those were not the vibes I was trying to give. I could still hear them teasing me about me trying to seduce Ahmad and his friends as the car I was in pulled up to Lava. I climbed out of the back seat, still shaking my head at their jokes. Looking around, I was so glad I didn't let them get in my head. I wiggled my toes in my gold strappy sandals before thanking the driver and closing the door behind me. I fit right in, I mused, as I flounced out the white midi dress. My outfit had a flowy skirt that showcased my thick thighs and pretty legs. The sweetheart neckline was subtle in the way it brought attention to my cleavage, but the color against my skin was the main reason I wore it. It was a hot, late July night, and almost every woman I saw in the parking lot and in line was wearing a short dress or short shorts. Legs were out everywhere. Skin was definitely exposed. I took a picture of the line and sent it to the group chat before slipping my phone into my gold bag. When I got to the front, I showed my ID and asked them to point me in the direction of the sections. Whoa, I uttered as I entered the main space. People were everywhere, but it was crowded without being packed. I could easily maneuver through the crowd, but not without brushing into someone. The DJ didn't have the music that loud, so there were some people dancing, but it seemed that most people were talking. The lights were bright, and the energy was positive and light. I could tell it was going to be a good night, and I'd just arrived. I followed the directions the bouncer gave me and climbed the steps to the platform. As soon as I reached the top step, I stopped. Before I got a chance to survey the scene, I saw a tall man with broad shoulders and a sponge curl fade with his back to me. I knew it wasn't Maud, without him having to turn around.
She
He
know
was
her
at the end
man,
of the
Key.
walkway, talking to someone I couldn't see. He had on black pants and a black short-sleeved collared shirt with stripes. My eyes danced over his muscular arms as he pointed to something, and I inhaled deeply. Get it out of your system now. The man looked good. I didn't even have to see him from the front to be taken by him. Hey, Angel, you looking for me? A man in the first section asked. I shifted my attention to a short but cute man in a white shirt and white linen pants. We matched, he pointed out as he rose to his feet and opened his arms. So if you aren't looking for me, you should be, because I got room for your thick, pretty ass over here.
Please.
The three men in his section
Are these
snickered
supposed
at
to be
his
the men
antics.
who were supposed to be
I'm
modeling?
good, but thank you, I replied. You sure? Yeah, she's sure. A deep voice answered for me. My head snapped toward it, but I already knew to whom it belonged. Ahmad's voice sounded like thunder as it rumbled over the velvet rope toward the man in white. He looked good as he drew closer to me. The shirt was just as stylish from the front as it was from the back. I wasn't sure how he did it, but somehow he looked even better outside of Onyx. As he reached his arm out to me, I glanced at how his tattoo snaked down his bicep. He slipped his hand to the small of my back as he took his final step. As soon as our eyes locked, my heart thumped in my chest.
Girl,
Damn.
get up.
9. Placing his hand on my lower back, Ahmad escorted me down the walkway to his section. You good? He wondered when we'd taken a few steps. Still reeling from the array of emotions that interaction elicited in me, I didn't answer at first. I was concentrating on putting one foot in front of the other. Oh, yeah, sorry. I cleared my throat and looked up at him. I was fine. He seemed harmless. He sighed. The disappointment pulled his full, luscious lips into a frown. And this is exactly why I wanted you to come out tonight. I made a face. What? Those guys have tried to get at every beautiful woman who has crossed their path for the last 30 minutes or so. And because I knew you'd come looking like this, and they'd try you. My skin heated as his compliment rang in my ears. In the midst of the point he was trying to make, my body clung to the fact that he was low-key attracted to me. I'm glad I didn't change. I don't know what game they're playing, but they are not what you're looking for. And for a minute, it looked like you were falling for it. My face scrunched up as I processed everything he was saying. Do you really think I'm unaccustomed to being hit on? Do you think I give my number to anybody who asks? No, I don't think that. But I do think those guys are the same type of riffraff you've been bringing into Onyx. I balked. Riffraff? Are you denying it? I'm questioning your use of riffraff. How old are you? Old enough to see someone in need and to help out. He leaned down so his mouth was close to my ear. And you need help. His breath was cool and minty, but it felt like fire as it danced across my skin. I shivered.
Ooh,
You
now he
need
got
help.
you weak in the
I
knees.
said, pushing him away from me, hoping he didn't catch his effect on me. I glared at him. And just because your shirt isn't dirty tonight doesn't mean you are qualified to give me advice, Ahmad. He laughed, even though I am qualified. I didn't just invite you out to give you advice. Qualified my ass? Ahmad, you are unlicensed, with the first credit hour to your name. Chuckling, he unlatched the velvet rope. Shut up and get your ass in here. Grinning,
See,
I
and that's
stepped
where I would have
inside
just
the
folded like a
three-couch
pretzel.
section that had a perfect, unobstructed view of the stage. The brick wall and the dark cherry red couches created a vibe.
I thought we were
The
sharing.
glass table with champagne on ice, bottles of water, cans of energy drinks, and various juices created a mood. But the two handsome men sitting on 2 of the 3 couches made it a party. And you must be Aaliyah. The sexy, dark-skinned man with the taper fade and the long, well-kept beard greeted me. I am. I slipped my hand into his outstretched one. And you are? Leon. He brought my hand to his lips. But you can call me yours. I laughed. Wow. He laughed along with me. You like that? It was cute, corny, but cute. Aight, that's enough, Ahmad interjected, grabbing my shoulders and shifting me in the other direction. This is Darius. I smiled at the light-skinned cutie with the curly hair and dimples. Hi, Darius. What's up, Aaliyah? He shook my hand. I've heard a lot about you. It's nice to meet you. It's nice to meet you as well. I let go of his hand and looked between the 3 of them. Thanks for having me. Glad you can make it, Ahmad replied, taking a seat on the empty couch. Sit, drink, relax, enjoy yourself. He gestured to the other end of the couch he was on. Make yourself at home. I sat about a foot away from him. Thank you.
Thank you.
I crossed my ankles. So, what brings you out tonight? What's the occasion? My birthday was a couple weeks ago, Leon answered. Darius finally had a weekend off, and Ahmad is a music head and wanted to see Terracotta. I smiled shifting my
Where
gaze around the
are
group. Well, happy
my
belated
pictures?
birthday. Thank you, he said, winking. I'm glad you got a weekend off, I said to Darius. You and me both, he replied, lifting his glass. Turning my attention to Ahmad, I smiled. I love terracotta. Ahmad nodded. Everybody is rocking with the hometown heroes now. I like that shit. No, I clarified. I love terracotta. I've been rocking with them since they came on the scene. He gave me a suspicious look. What do you know about terracotta? I was at the open mic where they launched their career 6 years ago. When they performed the original first verse of The Quickening, I was there. I'm not some new fan who hopped on the bandwagon this year when their single got national attention. I've been following them since the beginning.
This
His
is the
eyes got
beginning.
huge. No fucking way. Yes, fucking way, I said, playfully mocking him. I was there. My eyes widened. What? I was at the open mic. No, you weren't. He was there. Darius confirmed. We both were. We were on a double date with the Murphy twins.
Oh,
His sentence trailed off into a light chuckle. He took a sip
We
of his
have
drink and then
confirmed he's
shook
a
his
cheating
head.
husband.
We were there. I looked between
although
the
this
two
was
of them
6 years ago, so he
curiously.
may not have been married.
I feel like there's more to the story.
Right. True.
Oh,
True.
there's a lot more to the story.
We don't know how long he's been married. All
The Murphy
right.
twins had boyfriends they forgot to mention. And
They're
once they left
almost
the open
innocent
mic
until
spot,
proven guilty.
Darius and
Bye.
Ahmad almost got their asses kicked. You lying like shit now, Ahmad explained. His eyes danced with the amusement of his
This
recollection
gotta
of
be
the event.
Baltimore.
Turning to me, he shook his head. Don't
They in
listen to him.
Maryland, Jay.
I turned to
I think they in
Ahmad
the
with a
DMV.
shocked expression. You
Got
got your ass beat? I poked at his bicep as it stretched the silky fabric of his shirt. So, these are just for show? His friends hollered. I like her. She's funny. His friend's amusement triggered my own, and I couldn't keep a straight face anymore. Man, y'all some assholes, Ahmad grumbled before he burst out laughing too. After that beatdown, that's when Ahmad started hitting the gym. So, in his defense, he wasn't as brawlic as he is now. Leon concluded. Don't let them pretty boys fool you. They got hands now. They've been training. He wiped down his white
Who
button-up
he got beat
shirt.
up by?
As a
The
former
Murphy
football
twins'
player,
boyfriend.
I've been in fighting condition. I wasn't with them that night, or I would have held it down. They wouldn't have been able to do anything with this. He flexed his muscles. I smirked. Oh, so they're new to this, but you're true to this. He nodded emphatically. Yes, exactly. I hope you're not believing this bullshit, Darius said, refilling his glass. I quirked an eyebrow. So y'all didn't almost get beat up? Ahmad made a sarcastic noise. Oh, nah, we absolutely got knocked the fuck out. He confirmed. But Leon's over there acting like he was a D1 college athlete and was headed to the pros. Darius continued. He played flag football with the community league until he tore his meniscus. Leon jumped to his feet and flexed again. Okay, but is that not football? He turned his attention to me and winked. You see it. I sure do. I didn't think I needed to say this, but Aaliyah is off limits. She's here to see how civilized men act. So act civilized, Leon, Ahmad stated while pointing to his flirtatious friend. With a smile, Leon lifted his hands in surrender. I hear you. I hear you. He then looked over at me and winked. Oh, God, Ahmad groaned. And on that note, I'm going to need something stronger than this. Same, Darius agreed, lifting his hand to flag down the waitstaff. Oh, wow. Is India Davis supposed to be here too? Leon wondered as he stared and pointed down to the first floor level. Where? Ahmad leapt to his feet, looking around in the same direction that Leon was pointing. Leon stood up and slung his arm over Ahmad's shoulders. Is that how civilized men act? Thirsty? You was playing? Laughing, Ahmad pushed Leon back, and he dramatically flopped onto the couch. Don't play like that about India. Why did you do him like that? You know he loves him some India Davis. I cackled. After we placed orders for drinks and food, we easily fell into another conversation. They were all so comical and different. They all had attractive personalities to match their exteriors, but my eyes kept fixating on Ahmad. I enjoyed him behind the bar, but seeing him outside of Onyx, being fully himself, was captivating. Ahmad and I talked a lot, and I knew plenty about him, but seeing him with his friends felt different. It felt intimate. You good? He asked. Oh, so sorry. I sputtered, realizing I was staring at him. I was zoned out and sorry. He licked his lips. It's cool. I asked if you'd lined up your next date on the app yet. I rolled my eyes and sat back. Not at all. I haven't been back on there. I don't think it's for me. Oh, what app are you on? Leon
Lord have
asked.
mercy.
Tenderfish. Darius answered before I got a chance. I stared at him for a second. You said you've heard a lot about me, I said slowly. Looking around at the men, I felt a flash of awkwardness. Did Ahmad tell you that I needed help? Yes. The two friends said in
Yes,
unison.
it's crazy.
All four of us burst out laughing. Reaching over, I shoved Ahmad's shoulder. What the hell? I did not say that, he protested, barely moving from my effort. Nah, he didn't, Darius clarified when our amusement died down. He just told us that his friend from the bar was coming out with us tonight. I asked him what your situation was, and he said you were single, which tells me that you don't currently have a man in your life.
Jesus.
Leon chimed in, and even though he said you were coming, he didn't mention how good you look, because that's the least interesting thing about her. Ahmad responded. I told you she was cool and that I'm looking out for her. He shifted his attention to me. And right before you got here, I told them I wanted to expose you to the type of man you need in your life. I searched his face for any indication of a joke. The sincerity was so pure that I felt myself holding his gaze a little too long. Something stirred within me. I exhaled slowly, and a knot developed in my belly. And what type of man is that? Here are your appetizers, a woman interrupted, placing 5 plates of food on the glass table in the middle of the couches. I ripped my eyes away from Ahmad and stared at the food. What was that? As we grabbed plates and started to eat, the conversation circled back to my dating life. So, what's going on that Ahmad wanted you to be around some real ones like us? Darius asked, before biting into a wing. It's not me. It's the men I keep coming across, I explained. They seem cool at first, and then they end up being flakes, liars, or cheaters. Literally the last 3 dates I went on. What questions are you asking them before you meet up? Darius asked. And what pictures do you have on your profile? Leon questioned. I asked the basics about their intentions with dating, goals, likes and dislikes, deal breakers, beliefs, values. I shrugged. The normal important details for me. I opened my phone and showed them 3 of my pictures. And these are on my profile. And they are good. We have full body, we have face, we have natural beauty. As they gave me props for my profile and questions, I noticed Ahmad was sitting back, saying nothing. Now all of a sudden you don't have anything to say? I wondered quizzically. A small smile played on his lips. It's not anything you're doing. It's the men you're picking. He gestured around. You see how easy everything flowed here? Not one time have you looked like... He hunched his shoulders to his ears. This. I slapped his arm playfully. I do not look like that when I'm on the dates. You gotta stop lying. I giggled. No, but seriously, you have to trust your gut with these dudes. Ahmad told me. You didn't know them. He gestured between Leon and Darius before tonight, and you were comfortable. You read the situation. You had no expectations. You've been you. You've been the you I met when you had that first date. He gave me a look, and we both know he was talking about the time I was stood up. When you're you, you'll see what it is you need to see and link up with what's for you. This motherfucker thinks he's Dr. Phil now. Leon joked, causing us all to laugh. He's right, though. Yeah, you're cool as hell, Darius agreed. If you can't relax around someone, that ain't it. I agree. And I thank you, I told them. But this was different. I was sitting around with 3 friends, all of them fine as fuck. But still, it was a meetup with a married friend and friends of that married friend. It wasn't a date.
Oh, I'm glad you remember he's married.
But not really, Leon replied. This isn't a date, I explained to the 3 confused looking faces around me. It's different because this is not a date. Leon reached out for me. We could leave these 2 and make it a date. I laughed, swatting at his hand. You're such a flirt. My point is, Ahmad's my new friend, and you're Ahmad's friends. This was a no-pressure situation. There's no stress. Darius looked at Ahmad, so I looked over at him too. His chiseled jaw was set, and his full lips were in a tight line. Okay, it's not exactly the same. Leon relented, pulling my attention back to him. But it doesn't change the fact that being comfortable is key. We know how men think. And so you're still going to come across the liars and the cheaters, but you should feel comfortable with the people you're around. Ahmad put his hand on my back. There should never be any pressure, even if it is a date. I held his gaze, and for some reason, I felt a little choked up by the sentiment. It was such a simple statement. Swallowing hard, I nodded.
Girl, stand
The
up.
lights flickered and dimmed, and everyone in the place started screaming. I tore my eyes from his and glanced at the stage. Please put your hands together for Terra Cotta. Someone yelled through
Ziggy,
this.
pause. Is that the best name they could have come up with?
What, you don't like pottery?
Please. Nah, I love a good vase like anyone else, but don't know if I'm going for the terracotta. Is like this hot hunky R&B group. You know what I mean?
Please.
I have one more thing to do. Ziggy, play.
Clapping, the 4 of us got up to get a better view as the R&B trio made their grand entrance. Because it wasn't a concert, there was no opening act. The DJ left the booth, and Terracotta got right to it. From the first chord, I loudly sang right along with them. I was in the zone, dancing to the music and just enjoying myself. Let's go check out what's happening down there, Leo suggested, pointing to a group of beautiful women singing loudly on the dance floor below us. Yeah, they seem fun, Darius pointed out. Y'all coming? Nah, I'm good, Ahmad answered. Darius's eyes widened, and he nodded. Oh yeah, you're right. I pretended I wasn't listening and snuck a fond glance at Ahmad. He's such a good man. Aaliyah, what about you? Darius wondered. I shook my head. No, I'm going to stay up here. She doesn't want to go down there to meet men because she's waiting on me, Leon explained humorously as they walked away. Don't mind him, Ahmad told me with a shake of his head. That man plays too damn much. And, oh, this is my shit. The song that started was one of my favorites too. We started crooning together as we appreciated the show that was being put on. We talked about the soul in their voices, the advanced choreography, and the energy in their performance. We were so caught up in the music and each other, I didn't even notice when the guys rolled up. Struck out? Ahmad questioned, causing me to turn and look behind me. First of all, Darius started, poking Ahmad in the chest. Yes? I snickered behind my hand before turning back to the stage. I vaguely listened to their story for about 30 seconds before the group hit a high note that stole my attention. I was transfixed. If you're celebrating something, I need you to go to the middle of the dance floor in 5 minutes. Jade, the primary singer of the group, called out about 45 minutes into their set. Oh, they are going to do a round of applause, I think, I guessed excitedly, grabbing Ahmad's arm. I'm going down, Leon announced. Y'all coming? I kind of wanted to, just in case they were going to get invited to meet the group afterward. But my gut told me it wasn't worth it. We had the best spot in the house. No, I'm going to stay here, I decided. Have fun, though. I'll go, Darius offered. Ahmad shook his head. No, I'm good. The group started harmonizing, and I did a body roll as soon as the beat
Girl.
dropped. We'll be cheering y'all on from here, I called behind them before turning my attention back to the stage. I sang along, moving my body to the beat, feeling eyes on me.
Move to
I
the
glanced
beat.
over at Ahmad. I narrowed my eyes. What? You're hitting all the notes but the ones you're supposed to hit.
Jesus.
He joked. That's rich coming from someone who sounds like he's got a mouthful of marbles, I replied. We laughed. Outside of my girls and my sister, I don't think I've laughed this much with anybody in my life, I told him, moving close since the music was loud. Thanks for tonight. When he leaned over so his forearms could rest on the guardrail, we were essentially the same height. We were eye level when he said, You don't have to thank me. I invited you because I wanted you to be here, and I'm glad you came. I hope you got what you needed. A night out like this? A laugh with a friend? My dating profile being approved by your panel of friends? The best seat in the house. I sighed contentedly. I got exactly what I needed tonight.
Ziggy, stop. And on that note, we'll pick this up again at some point in life. But this is the final look.
You're gorgeous.
Feeling my oats. Anyway, so the only palette we use, which I'm very proud to say, I only used one palette today. As a person who loves to use 7 different palettes at a time. And then I followed up, these are the only 2 things I used today, as far as like palette things. Of course, I used my usual foundations. I haven't picked this up since I bought it. It works. Alright, well, that's been Looks in the Library live in living color. I'm probably going to do Looks in the Library like this going forward because editing is a bastard. Alright, well, if you stay to the end, this is it. I want to thank y'all for your time. Once again, my name is Shay. We got Key on the computer. And we'll see y'all in the next one. Bye, friend.
Toodles.
How I end this live?